Before I begin, I just want to encourage everybody to say a prayer for the families of the victims who were caught up in that plane crash over Iran. A lot of Canadians died on that plane. It's not a good day for Canada. A lot of them came from the Durham region where I am. One of them was a professor at my old university. Um, so let's just say a prayer for them. Let's think of them. It's honestly a lot of crazy things are happening in this world. Our leaders are stupid, especially our Western leaders. Hopefully, God will come down and just deal with all of this crap. But in the meantime, we suffer. But anyway, on to another subject. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have announced that they're going to be stepping back out of the public limelight, which I think is a good thing. They are going to try to be financially independent, which I think is a good thing. And Buckingham Palace says that this decision is, quote, complicated. And let me read what this is saying here. This is from CTV News. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan have announced they plan to step back from their roles as senior members of the royal family while working to become financially independent, a situation Buckingham Palace calls complicated. I hate when people say Buckingham Palace. It's Buckingham Palace. Americans say, it just slipped out, sorry. In a statement posted to their joint Sussex Royal Instagram account on Wednesday, the couple said they have chosen to make a transition this year in order to carve out a progressive new role within the institution. We plan to balance our time between the UK and North America, which leads us to believe that they look like they're going to be staying in Canada, which is not a good thing. Well, anyway, as long as they keep quiet. Continuing to honor our duty to the Queen and the Commonwealth and our patronages, the Post read. The royals said the plan to split their time between the UK and North America would prove beneficial for their 8-month-old son, Archie. It's unclear where exactly in North America they plan to move. This geographic balance will enable us to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born, while also providing our family with the space to focus on the next chapter, including the launch of our charitable entity. Buckingham Palace responded to the news in an unusually terse statement. Discussions with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are at an early stage. We understand their desire to take a different approach, but these are complicated issues that will take time to work through. Despite persistent rumors of a rift between Prince Harry and his brother, Prince William, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said they would continue to collaborate with the royal family. We look forward to sharing the full details of this exciting next step in due course as we continue to collaborate with Her Majesty the Queen, the Prince of Wales, the Duke of Cambridge, and all relevant parties. And then it just goes on to say what has been going on throughout 2019, the different dramas that have been going on. And the royals apparently celebrated Christmas in private in Victoria, BC, after having a brief stint in Toronto. So it looks like this is Jersey Shore with the royal family. You know, the riffs and drama, and now they're just gone. So it looks like we have succeeded in proving our point to these individuals, that we are tired of them, we're sick of them, we're sick of Meghan in particular, her behavior. We don't want to see her anymore, and it looks like they're stepping out of the public life, and I say that's good. I say yay and amen to that. I say let them get out, let them be financially independent. I think this is the best decision they've made. If they want to stay in Canada, at this point, really, let them, as long as they shut up, be quiet, don't interfere with our politics. The moment they interfere in our politics, I'm going to come after them like a lion. They think 2019 was bad. Arana Nation will be 10 times worse because now they're on my territory. And if you mess with our politics or you try to preach to us, I'm gonna be straight up. I'll be straight up nasty. you don't want to get me nasty. I mean, I was on what I have done with Meghan and Harry. I've called him the Duke of Cucks and her the Duchess of Thoughts. That's nothing compared to what I can be. So you're gonna stay in Canada. You're gonna shut the hell up. As long as you're not in my province, you want to stay in BC. That's fine. British Columbia, you can stay there. Don't come to Toronto. As long as if you do come to Toronto, you're gonna keep quiet. Don't. This is not your country. Just keep your head down, because that's what you're looking for. Because the moment you start popping up and preaching about feminism and preaching about environment and all this stuff, that's when the hyena is going to come after you. Now, to recap, let me explain the beef I had with Prince Harry, Duke of Cucks, and Princess or Duchess Meghan, the Duchess of Thoughts. It all began with how she treated her own father. Now, it disturbed me. It disturbed me how he was planning to walk his daughter down the aisle. And because Meghan didn't like the photos that he leaked to tabloids, pictures of him getting fitted for suits, she decided to drop him. That to me was disturbing. That immediately brought a bad taste in my mouth. I knew exactly the kind of woman she was when I first saw that. And you're never going to get me to think otherwise of her. That was a dirty move. For you to, I mean, look, if she had come out of the bag and said, well, you know what, I'm just not going to have, my father is not coming to the wedding. He's not, there's no point, he's never coming. Okay, I could say, well, what's going on? Did he rape her? Did he abuse her? Did he steal from her? What is this? I mean, I would still want questions, but I would be a little bit, okay. But he plans on coming, and the only reason why he decides he's not coming is because of these pictures. I mean, okay, is it embarrassing? Sure it is. Fathers embarrass their children all the time, especially daughters, because women are very easily embarrassed. Even though sometimes they can be the most embarrassing people on the planet, but they're easily embarrassed. Okay, it's fine. But for you to now disinvite your father and have some father-in-law, some strange father-in-law who you don't really even know walk you down the aisle, I thought that was disrespectful. I thought that was cold. I thought that was nasty. And right off the bat, I didn't like her. I don't like her politics. And it's not that I don't even like her because of her politics, but I don't like the fact that how vocal and how passively vocal she is about her politics, especially even after being a member of the royal family. When Donald Trump, who I am very cross with right now, I'm very irked with right now, but, that's a different story. When he came to the United Kingdom on a state visit, and she decides she is not going to go see him. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to go see him. I am not going to see him. My politics is more important than the state that I represent and the position that I represent. I mean, this is just not what the British people do. That Jaguar style is so American. It's so foreign to them. It's just not something the British do. I know all those British people, they don't like Donald Trump. The Queen doesn't like Donald Trump. Prince Charles doesn't like Donald Trump. Camilla doesn't like Trump. William doesn't like Trump. Harry doesn't. They all hate him. They would kill him if they could. But in Britain, there's something that Americans don't seem to follow anymore, and that's class. Especially in the royal family. They're supposed to be non-political. The royal family is a non-political entity. The condition of having a title of importance at birth is that you have to be apolitical. Otherwise, you're just like everyone else, and you're not going to have a title and a crown and all that stuff. You are the head of state. You are a part of a family where the head of that family is the head of state, and you have to represent the way she does. So you can't now be, because look, None of them were elected. Nobody elected Meghan to be a part of this family, which is so powerful. And believe me, they still have a lot of power. And for her now to be passively showing off her political beliefs, and then to lie about it because they say, well, she was pregnant, so she's not going to be part of any of these stuff. But then she goes to Trooping of Color the next day, the very next day, or the very next few days, which is even more hard work than being at a state dinner. I mean, give me a break. That doesn't make sense to me. That is pure passive aggressiveness. And I didn't like that. She brought her bad taste from America to the United Kingdom. So that was the next thing. The next thing is how completely and utterly contemptuous she is of not only the public, but the public purse. Whether it's spending millions of dollars renovating this home on unnecessary jargon, millions of dollars going on private jets all over the place, spewing carbon into the atmosphere when you're trying to preach on us about climate change, and then going to Wimbledon and having your security people harass people who you think are taking pictures of you in a free democratic country. Who the hell do you think you are? It's like a Kardashian just popped up and decided to be a member of the royal family. I mean, I'm talking as somebody who doesn't like the royal family. But even for me, I felt bad for them. It's like the whole thing just went downhill. The whole thing turned into a Jerry Springer, Maury, Jersey Shore type of chaos. I mean, I myself felt bad for the British people and the British monarchy. Because though I think that they get what they're deserving right now, I'm sure this is a punishment, but at the same time, I can see how important it is to a lot of people in Britain, how the Queen is held in such high regard, and to have this trash just come in and just destroy the whole thing is... It's beyond me. And so I attacked her viciously. And a lot of people loved it. And other people joined in on it. I told the truth about her. I didn't attack her. You know what? I didn't attack her. I told the truth about her. And now as a result, both of them are now taking a back seat, which I think is good. I think that's good for them. The less of them, the better. Let them stay here and keep quiet. I don't care. My only concern is that if they come here now and they say they want their privacy, but then they come out and start, being even more political and more irritating, that's going to irritate me. Then their welcome is going to be cut very short. Because, as I said, you're on my turf now. But it looks like they're going to try and be financially independent, which is good, which means they won't continue to leech off of the public purse. I think they should be cut off the civil list. I think they should be cut off of it. Look, they get a lot of their money from Prince Charles. But Prince Charles gets his money from the civil list, along with money from his Duchy of Cornwall, profits and things like that. So, either way, they're getting money from the public. And I think they should be financially independent. I agree with that. So, if they're going to go and live their own life, let them. But I don't want them to come here, to my country. Because this is my country. This is not their country. This is not her country. It's not his country. Because, I've been working all my life, all my adult life, to try and get rid of these people from my country, these royal people. And I don't want to live in a time where foreign royals come to Canada and start lecturing us like they did in the 1800s and the 1700s and the early 20th century. I don't want that. That's not going to fly with me. Not here. Not now. You're in the 21st century, in the 2020s. That is not going to happen. So Meghan and Harry are no longer in public life for the foreseeable future. I think that's great. Yay and amen. This is the Arana Nation.